So I kicked off July feeling honestly better than I had in months and months. Chronic pain was getting better. I was feeling much more energized, social. I was taking care of myself so much better. I had just gone on vacation in June. I was feeling refreshed and re-energized and just so much more optimistic than I had for the months and months leading up to this, of a lot of darkness and healing. And I was really excited for the month of July to be this peaceful, joyful month. I actually said this at the end of my July reset video. Overall, I just want July to have this joyful, dreamy, creative, energetic quality, yet also like peace. I just want to feel joyful and at peace. That's really what it comes down to. The first week of July was great. And at the end of it, my partner of over 3 years broke up with me. So the rest of the month was not really like this. Hello everyone. I know it is already August 4th. I know it's not even my upload day, but I feel like I need to make this video just so that I can kind of like sit down, say what I have to say, and then move on symbolically. Today is Sunday, August 4th. I'm filming this and then I'm immediately gonna upload it. A new moon in Leo is today, so I feel like this is energetically a good day to make this video. This whole talking about my breakup has been hanging over my head since it happened. A lot of my first thoughts were about having to tell people and the anxiety around that and having to filter through their reactions. This is a thing I am nervous about. Not because I'm YouTube famous, blah blah blah, but I'm certain that a lot of the viewership of this video will be people I know in real life. But if you're not, hi, I'm Cassie. I'm 25, I live in New York City. I've been going through a lot. The month of July was really long, as we'll get more into. I make these reset videos every month and I really love them. They're some of my favorite videos that I make. This one's gonna be a little different. I'm mostly just gonna be talking. Ordinarily, I'll start the vlog by doing some chores. I actually am doing my laundry right now around the house and just like resetting my physical space. Today, I just have a lot of reflecting and sharing to do. So we are going to reflect on July a little bit, still go through my goals and intentions and see how we did, talk about my hopes and dreams and goals and intentions for the month ahead, August, which is ordinarily my favorite month of the year. It's my birthday month. It is a month that I really treasure and look forward to. We'll get into all those feelings later, but I'm happy you're here, and I feel like let's just dive right into the July reflection. So before we get into my goals and intentions that I set on Notion, I just want to talk to you. I've been going through a lot. Like I said, got broken up with, which I've gone through a lot of breakups in my life. They're always different. I'm not going to regale the details of the breakup itself. This is a channel where I talk a lot about my feelings and mental health, and I think it's really important to be honest and transparent with those things in not only my vlogs, but in my regular life, which gets harder the more you're experiencing, because you really start to feel, or I have started to feel, like a broken record of unfortunateness. Every time I see someone, there's a new unfortunate thing to tell them, and that sucks. So I've kind of experienced the entire spectrum of emotion this month, from pain and sadness, grief, joy, certainly great joy, anger, confusion, all the feelings, all of them, gratitude. And they haven't been as balanced as I maybe would like them to be. There definitely have been less moments of joy than I had hoped for the month of July. I had a lot of health stuff going on this month, kind of immediately after the breakup occurred, which meant that I really like processing for breakups always kind of comes over time and in waves, and it doesn't all hit you at once in my experience. But certainly immediately having a variety of health issues happen meant that the breakup processing often came in very violent realizations, not like violent feelings, but like it was just like, whoo, a tidal wave of feeling would occur suddenly. When I was, this is a side note, I'm gonna be rambling a lot. When I was in high school, I went through my very first breakup. Right before my senior year of high school. It happened 5 days after my birthday. And this one a month and a half before my birthday, so. That one, I also was making YouTube videos at the time, much different than I do now. It was kind of just like whenever I felt like it. I made a video that I think was titled something like Thoughts on Breakups, Love, and I don't know, something like that. I went back and watched it recently. It was actually a very kind, polite video where I was just like processing this breakup with this person that I had in my naive 17-year-old brain felt like I was gonna be with for the rest of my life. And in the video I was just talking about how shocking it is to kind of like switch to a different existence of life and be like, wow, now this is what my life is like, I guess. And there was so much love here, and how can it just go away? I'm not like having similar feelings to them, but something that came as a result of that video was one of my friends at the time, an Aquarius, so I should have known that they wouldn't be a real friend to me, told me that my ex's friends had watched the video and were making fun of me about it and calling me pathetic. And I think that's maybe where like a lot of the anxiety is coming, talking about this. I'm like, who's gonna be talking about me behind my back? Who's gonna be wondering what I did wrong? Who's gonna be wondering what happened? Obviously everyone, which is fine and I understand, and believe me, I love gossip more than the next girl. It just is a lot different to be the subject of it when you yourself don't have all the information. Me being myself. It's not an easy time. I've had a lot of health stuff. I have this weird thing on the back of my arm that nobody knows what it is. I've had a gynecological issue, nobody knows what it is. I had a heart thing that I had to go get multiple tests because nobody knew what it was. And obviously the back pain continues and is often triggered by stress. I've also had some tummy stuff going on. Essentially, my body has been going through a lot. I'm sure much of it is stress related, and I've been feeling a lot and honestly feeling really hopeless a lot of the time. It's exhausting to spend all your free time going to the doctor. It can be expensive, and it's really trying to not have any answers because you're just living in this limbo of like, well, I could be okay, totally okay, or there could be something really wrong, or multiple things really wrong. It's just a lot. I hadn't been sleeping very well this week, but finally I got a good night of sleep, so I was like, I think I could sit down and film the video that I've been literally rehearsing in my mind since the beginning of July. I don't know what I just said, but that's my July reflection. I am now single. I have had a lot of health things that are not fully resolved yet, but hopefully will be soon. I'm taking one day at a time. So let's take a look at my goals and intentions and see what happened. So welcome to July 2024. We're gonna immediately go in and delete date nights. Because obviously that didn't go down and we don't need to think about it. Well, one went down, but it ended in demise. Every month I write some things I want to keep, add, let go of, and some goals of the month. I write some themes. On my own time, I do a little end of month reflection for my eyes only, just to go back and reflect. Things I wanted to keep doing in July: daily movement. I've been keeping up with really well to varying degrees, but in some way I've been stretching a lot more, doing my physical therapy exercises, which has been great. Eating things that make me feel good. Got a little difficult with the tummy stuff. I'm on the brat diet right now, having a different brat summer than everyone else, but I guess in a way that is eating things that make me feel good because it doesn't make me feel worse. I'm taking a crazy antibiotic right now, which is obviously making my stomach issues more aggravated. Getting enough sleep. I have been putting effort into doing this, but the anxious mind does not always allow you rest when there's a lot going on. So I've been doing my best with this. The last few nights have been better. Going dancing. I went dancing one time to Chapel Row night at the Bowery Electric, and it was a very, very fun night. So I'm very grateful for that night, and I hope to dance more in August. To add, crafting. I did have a crafternoon with my friends, but really we were just gossiping the entire time. There's been a lot going on. I did some watercoloring for the first time in a long time in July, which felt really good and is definitely something that I want to continue to prioritize in August. Joy. I wouldn't say I experienced it as enthusiastically as I had intended with the writing of this line, but I did experience joy at least once a day. Again, in varying degrees, but some very joyful things did happen in July. To let go of, watching TV. Yeah, I kind of did this. Day after breakup, I watched the entire Are You the One bisexual season, which I would highly recommend if you're going through a breakup. Reality TV is just my sanctuary, but I haven't been watching that much TV. And then non-essential spending, yeah, I really didn't do much this month. Most of my money was spent on little treats for myself after going to the doctor and going to the doctor. I did what I could. Still haven't set up health insurance. I've chosen the one I want. I just need to actually go in and do it, so you will see this reprised on the August one. I did go to the beach. It did pour down rain. I made one new recipe earlier on in the month, and I did apply to, I believe, more than 2 jobs. I have been trying to get a new job since April now. I am a barista, and with all of the bodily things going on, being on your feet and serving people all day is really hard. I've been trying to find more of like an admin type job. It's not what I want to do, but it's what I feel like might be something to try to alleviate some of the suffering that I've undergone. Dream job is YouTuber, so subscribe. I don't know when that's gonna happen, so I need to make money in the meantime. I pay my own bills, I pay my own rent, and New York City is expensive. I think August is going to be a month where I put the job hunt on hold just because I've had so much going on. Like, I need to stop. Need to rest for realsies. Yeah, that's the context for that. If you know anyone hiring in New York City, especially if they'll give me health insurance, let me know. Themes over here, we had smoothies, which I had a lot of at the beginning of the month, then kind of fell off. Iced tea every day. Hitting the city with friends, I did not do as much as I wanted to, but that's okay. Dreaming and unfiltered joy, I would also say, did not fully come to fruition. There were moments of unfiltered joy. I saw Cats the Jellicle Ball, and that was like a pretty joyful moment for me. I also this month got to see my parents. My parents came and visited. I can't believe I have not even mentioned up to this point, but they came and visited me the final weekend of July, just to go to some doctor's appointments with me and be here for me. That was bittersweet because they were like here because I'm in crisis, but I love my parents and I'm deeply, endlessly grateful for any and all time I get with them. Lots of holding 2 emotions at once this month, or trying to. It's easier said than done. Let's give a big ol' fuck you to July 2024. Let's take a look at August. I actually do want to say before we hit the notion of August, no, like the page, that August is my favorite month of the year. My birthday, August 17th, is my favorite day of the year. I'm having a hard time this year because so much has been going on. I still have health things that are somewhat unresolved. Breakup wise, my birthday is gonna look different this year because I would always do things with my partner around my birthday. So I am feeling a lot of anger that I'm not like enjoying the thought of August as much as usual. And this is really like the first year that I haven't felt nothing but excitement and joy for my birthday. I know a lot of people experience a lot of varying emotions around their birthdays, and like the birthday blues are a huge thing, but I genuinely, my birthday is my favorite day of the year. Like, I love it. I am a Leo. It's been hard to reconcile within myself that like this month and this birthday are not going to be maybe like the happiest I've ever had. No, not the crying because of my birthday. However, my friends are amazing, as I always say, and I'm still gonna have a really fun birthday party. I'm still gonna have a fun birthday dinner and weekend to myself to just experience living life. It's not like the month is going to be awful, but I'm really like reconciling within myself that I'm gonna keep having to hold space for a lot of hard feelings that I just wish I didn't have to experience and keep experiencing, but that is life. So I'm sadly not feeling that optimistic going into August like I was going into July, because I really had a great feeling about July. We saw how that went. I'm just kind of taking one day at a time, hoping August will bring some new energy. Like I said, today's the new moon in Leo, so that could be promising, but life is still gonna be hard because it always will be. But there will also always be moments of joy. So let me compose myself, and then let's take a look at some goals and intentions for August. Okay everyone, welcome to August 2024. We've got a cupcake, of course. It's my birthday. We've got a little rainbow, some clouds with some blue sky. I was at the Whitney the other day, the Whitney Museum, and I saw a double rainbow. And I was like, thank you, angels. This feels like a sign. Everything's gonna be okay. This is like a reminder of that moment for me. Whoa, no, I do not wanna ask AI anything. Okay, let's dive into it. My goals and intentions are modest. I don't wanna be let down again. The first thing we have is find a moment of joy in each day. That is very possible to do. Even if your moment of joy is just eating your sour candy after dinner. That was mine yesterday. I had 2 pieces of sour candy after dinner, and it was very joyful for me to consume that sour candy. Or sometimes it's seeing Cat's the Jellicle Ball with your friend, and that's great too. The joy can be of any size. The point is to acknowledge that it does exist in every single day. Like I always say at the end of my videos, you should go do something that makes you happy every day. Next we have taking one day at a time, baby. It's all we can ever do, but this month, I honestly just can't think that far ahead right now. I'm in survival mode, and that's okay to acknowledge. And then we have breathing. I have been meditating a lot more consistently, just in my everyday life, using my breath as a tool to anchor me into the present moment. I started reading or rereading No Mud, No Lotus, which is an amazing book. I would highly recommend. The tagline is, or byline, subline, I don't know, The Art of Transforming Suffering. And boy, am I trying to transform my suffering. And the breath is the major thing that he says we must use and anchor to, because the breath is what we have at all times inside us. Breathing has been a high priority and something I want to keep doing to add some birthday excitement. I genuinely am really excited for my birthday. My birthday party theme is Playboy Mansion, and I'm Hugh Hefner, and everyone else is a Playboy bunny. I'm gonna be walking around in a silk robe, probably holding a cigar, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be the center of attention. It's going to be very joyful and festive, and I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like a genius for the theme idea, and it's gonna be great. Starting 26 off with a bang, if I do say so myself. Next, reading for comfort. I really stopped reading in July. I don't know, I just really needed easy entertainment that would let me shut my brain off, but I'm ready to start using my brain again. So like I said, I'm rereading No Mud, No Lotus. I have a couple other books. My roommate just gave me this, her book of the month book to read. I want to get back into reading as one of my comfort activities. It's something that I treasure and that makes me like genuinely feel good when I do it. And then I would also like to add some optimism. Way easier said than done in the face of a variety of coinciding horrors, but I believe in myself. I'm optimistic that I can be optimistic. So there you have it. To let go of, now these I acknowledge are big asks of myself, but I would like to let go of health anxiety. I would also like to let go of future anxiety, because guess what? My body's gonna do whatever the hell it's gonna do, and the future is gonna be whatever the hell it's gonna be. And that brings me great despair sometimes. Thinking about it and stressing about it is another arrow of despair straight to the heart that makes everything else worse. So I'm just gonna decide not to be anxious. I know that's not how mental health works, believe me, but I think setting the intention to be like, is this thought helping me right now? No? Okay, let's go back to breathing. And in times where I have been able to do that, like at the end of June, I was slaying this. I was doing so well. And then life happened. It's okay, but I'm bouncing back. We're gonna let go of the health and future anxiety. It's gonna be great. My goals, even more modest. Set up health insurance, something I have to do because I lose my parents' health insurance at the end of this month. Next, I want to reflect on 25. I'm planning on doing a birthday reset video. I did that last year and it was really fun and lovely. I just kind of like reflected and vision boarded. So I want to do that again, but also just do some reflecting and such on my own. My birthday, more than anything, really feels like a new year. When I turn a new age, that really is like, okay, the energy has changed. I am a year older. What have I learned? How can I apply it? What do I want? It's just a major time for me to go about that process. So I'm going to also set some intentions for 26. My last goal is just to give myself time and permission to heal. I don't really have any big, high, mighty goals this month. I really want to get back to a stasis instead of this heightened level of fight or flight that I feel like I've been operating in for truly a month straight. I feel really burnt out. I've been sleeping the last 2 nights like 12 hours. I slept 2 more hours yesterday afternoon. Like, I'm really needing deep rest. August, Cassie, you don't need to do anything but rest and celebrate your birthday and find a moment of joy in every day. Okay. And my themes for August are reflecting, birthday celebrations, true, deep rest. Yet again, we have radical acceptance. It's so hard, but so important. You just gotta accept what is, because it just is, okay? And finally, making art. I took 3 days off for my birthday. Usually I work on Saturdays, but I took my birthday Saturday off, and then I also have Sunday, Monday off, my usual weekend. Saturday is gonna be my birthday party. Sunday, doing some things with my friends, and then Monday is just gonna be a me day. I kind of want to just literally watercolor all day long. It's kind of my vision and dream for that day, but really it's just a day that exists to be whatever I need it to be. If the day comes and I need to lay in my bed and cry all day, then great. If the day comes and I want to walk the length of Manhattan, then great. It's just gonna be a day for me to be there for myself and listen to myself and what I need. So there we have it, everyone. This is August 2024. May it be restorative and peaceful. Okay, folks, I don't even know if I said what I set out to say in this video, but thanks for being here. I hope the summer has been treating you well. I hope you've been embracing the sunshine and the heat, and it really is my favorite time of year. Even if it is sweaty, I would far prefer the sweat to the cold dead of winter when it's dark all the time. I'm not looking forward to it. I have been enjoying the long daylight hours and the warmth and being able to be outside, and I hope you are too. I hope you're caring for yourself in this mad world. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your openness and your willingness to listen to my endless ramblings about life and love and the trials of just existing in this society. It's crazy out here, you guys. What are we doing? I don't know. Keep on taking one day at a time. Please go do something that makes you happy today. You so totally deserve it, and it's just what you gotta do. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. I'm glad I told you about the breakup thing so that I can just talk regularly now. I kept like foreshadowing that I'd been through something emotional because it felt ingenuine to just be like, everything is normal. But I also was not ready to talk about it. I still don't feel ready, because what am I gonna say? It's just something that happened to me and something that I'm continuing to process through. So now you know. Now we can just keep going and hopefully enjoy August. So I'll see you again soon. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon, like I just said. Okay, bye.